Hi, I'm Jordan Winter, and you're watching No Free Lunches. Today we're here in Lawrence, Kansas, checking out the best breweries. Bottoms up.
Toma.
Hey guys, I'm here at Fields and Ivy off 23rd Street, just west of Haskell. Join me as I tour the production facility with General Manager Derrick Broeckelman and talk about what makes them an authority of flavor.
All right, right down here, and again, watch your step.
Thanks.
Starting right up front is kind of the crown jewel here. It's our 20-barrel 4-vessel system from Portland Kettle Works here. This brewing equipment that we have in here was built for us to be a production facility. So when I say that, not only do we offer beers to go and beers on tap here in the tap room and restaurant, we're also bottling beers and have draft distribution launched right now as well.
Can we go up in this, or is that like
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
restricted area? Ooh. Just so curious, this looks like an industrial jungle gym.
Yeah, there's a lot of equipment and it's very, very heavy duty. We have done a little bit of custom work to it here and there, but it being a 4-vessel system, there's just 4 different parts as far as the brewing process goes. Right here you have the mash tun, and that's where we mash in our grain bill during the brewing process, and this is where we start adding the water to the different grains that we're brewing with and the different malts that we're brewing with. We also then have the lauter tun.
Is that step 2 in the process?
Correct. And then the brew kettle here, and that's where the steam-powered system comes in with the brew kettle. That way we can control the temperature of the brewing system.
Yeah, so can you go into it a little more about the steam-powered system and how that kind of differs from the open flame?
That's what this facility was built for, to make a very professional product. And with brewing beer, it's really about quality ingredients, timing, and temperature, and that helps us hit our numbers exactly where we need to be as far as timing and temperature goes.
Yeah.
Just between taking the love, the passion, the science, and putting it all together, you know, that's what really makes this place special. So.
It sounds like a lot of different mindsets coming together for one thing, good beer.
So this is truly where like the brewing process starts. This is where we start to mill in all of our grain. You'll see that we have a bunch of different like specialty different malt bags back here, but most importantly in my opinion is these bags that are marked with the Great Plains custom grain. That is the grain that comes from our owner and founder's farm down by Wellsville, Kansas. We do a white silver heirloom mine corn, and then we also do a bloody butcher corn, and then we do a soft red winter wheat that's all grown here in Kansas. We get that malted down in Texas and shipped back to us, and then that's where we brew the beer with it. So we take Kansas grown grain to make Kansas beer with.
All right, so we've got the War Boys here, which is a lager.
First, come on, cheers.
Oh, cheers to
Cheers,
that.
yeah.
Almost forgot the most important part. That is very light. And you were talking about how you make this with the silver grain corn?
Yeah, it's a silver mine heirloom corn. And what's really great about that is that certain style of corn is actually indigenous to Douglas County, starting back in like 1906. And I think that's what makes it super interesting too, and really like tries to drive home that, you know, again, us supporting as much local as we can. And I think it's just so cool that a certain corn strain that was developed here in Douglas County over 100 years later, that's what we're growing on the farm and making our beer with.
And people always talk about regenerative agriculture, where it's important to, you know, plant things that are native to the surrounding area.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's supporting more than just the local community, but also the ecosystem.
The War Boys Lager is one of our better selling beers, in my opinion, just because you can take a true craft beer enthusiast and they can really appreciate an American lager, even though it's lighter. You can also take someone that is more of a domestic beer drinker and can appreciate it because it's a nice, light, easy drinking beer. So it does well for us and kind of bats from both sides of the plate. So
I love that. So can you tell us a little bit about the Summer Sundown?
that is a style of beer that has gained a lot of different traction out in the market lately. And so we wanted to just kind of put our own fun twist on something like that as well. So that's something that we infuse with wine and a raspberry extract to it as well. It's perfect, especially for the warmer months that we have coming up. A lot of our salads that we have on the menu, again, come with local produce. If you're looking to have like a lighter lunch or a lighter dinner, it just goes hand in hand with it.
So we're ending heavy with the IPA. Can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, so that is our Skeleton Theory #2. We call it that because skeleton theory refers to a mathematical term where the same variables of an equation stay the same. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing with this IPA. We take the exact same malt bill, every single time we brew the beer with, and then we just showcase a different hop variety in it. Mm-hmm. Our Skeleton Theory #1 showcased a experimental New Zealand blended hop.
Whoa.
And this time around we're using Idaho 7, and then again going back to Kansas grown products, we get Kansas Comet that is grown in Ottawa, Kansas from the Kansas Hop Company, and they've been a great partner to work with, and I think we really knocked it out of the park with that one. It's one of our personal favorites as well too. So.
It's delicious, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little scared to sip on this because I do like IPAs, but they always give me that lemon puckery face because the hops are just so overwhelming. But this surprised me because it's so smooth.
Yeah, double dry hopped hazy IPA. That's again super popular out in the market right now, and it will take non-IPA drinkers by surprise. And is nice, light, refreshing, very drinkable, and I think again something that a lot of different craft beer enthusiasts, no matter what style you're really into, can appreciate it. What our mentality is here around Fields and Ivy is just to strive for perfection. We call it authority of flavor around here because that's what we're trying to achieve.
So like any great brewery, you have to have good pairings of food with the beer. So we just kind of got this sampling of appetizers here. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys curated this menu?
So our opinion was if you're gonna spend a lot of time and resources and be very, very thoughtful about the product that you're making in the brewery, you shouldn't short yourself on the food menu as well.
Oh yeah.
We wanted to create some fun products that are not only delicious and pair well with the beer, but also are made from scratch. Majority of our menu is made from scratch right there back in the kitchen, and that's what's really appealing about our food is it's made with time, it's made with love, and it's not something that we just pop into a microwave.
And it seems like you have a good variety too, because you think of going to a brewery and you get these really greasy or oily foods that aren't the best for you. How do you guys try to balance the variety between healthy and comfort food?
I think it's just different strokes for different folks for everything, and appealing to the masses is where we want to be at. So if you're not so dietary conscientious about your food, that's totally fine. We got something for you, but at the same time, you are trying to cut down on the pounds or something like that too, we got something for you as well. A lot of people say, oh, aren't you just a pizza place? And I'm like, no, we have a fantastic burger, we got a great meatball sub, we got a couple different chicken sandwiches. So we're constantly trying to improve around here and find new recipes and find different ingredients that we just fall in love with. We're not just making food for a customer that we don't know. We're making food for ourselves, our friends, our family, and individuals here in the community that we want to get to know, and we want to feel a part of Fields and Ivy.
That's true. The best way to get close to somebody is through good food.
Absolutely. And when you can sit around a table and you can have conversation around good food, that's usually brings the best out of people, and we need that more than ever right now. So.
Yeah, exactly. It really brings people together.
Absolutely.
Sure. Thanks for having us in today, Derrick.
Absolutely. Great to see you.
You too. To check out more breweries, head over to nofreelunches.co, where we cover 23rd Street Brewery, Free State, and Lawrence Beer Co. Stay up to date by following us on Instagram and subscribing to our YouTube channels. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching.